My name is Sean Thomas, and I'm the author of Be More Today, a 40-day guide to a better version of you. As doctor of physical therapy, I've seen thousands of people do great things. They came to me with ailments, physical ailments, pain, issues, and they got through them, all because they decided in their mind they were going to do it. And I guarantee you, if you just trust the process and be persistent, you too can be the best version of you. Have you ever been out and about, traveling, running, and you're trying to figure out how to hold everything on you? Phone, keys, wallet, lip gloss, lip balm, your gels. I got to tell you, the best belt you can ever use is by one company, and that company's name is Spy Belt. Spy Belt makes an innovative running belt that solves the pocketless problem. Whatever small personal items, SPI, need to be toted during physical activity, you will hold it in your very discreet, expandable running belt with comfort and ease over any distance. And those are the words taken right from Kim Overton, CEO and founder and inventor of the Spy Belt product. Kim's a great friend of mine. She sponsors the Be More Today show, and we support all things that Kim does. So if you're looking for the best belt on the market, visit spybelt.com today and check out all their amazing belts. I wear them for all my runs, and I think they are the best. If you go on today and use the code Be More Today, you can get 10% off any of their merchandise. So check out spybelt.com, and let's continue to be more today with Spybelt. Run smart, run free, run with Spybelt. Don't let aches and pains hold you back from living your life. At Jack Physical Therapy, our experienced clinicians create a personalized treatment plan that fit each and every patient's needs uniquely. Whether it's recovering from an injury or enhancing your performance, we've got you covered. With over 150 locations throughout New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, there is sure to be a JAG Physical Therapy location near you. Visit jagpt.com and book an appointment today to get back the life you love. That's jagpt.com, jagpt.com.
Welcome to the Be More Today show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our show today. Now, let's hear it from our host, Dr. Sean Thomas.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy again, Dr. Sean Thomas, back in the building with the Be More Today show. We are back, and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. It's been my pleasure being your host for the last 5 years on the Be More Today show, and now we are here in season 6 of the Be More Today show. We've made it, folks. 6 years of this podcast, and it has been my pleasure and my honor to be your host for the Be More Today show for the past 6 years. As you all know, Be More Today is a movement. We've been doing so many things in the last 5 years in terms of showcasing those who are in the health and wellness fields on this show. And as you already know, Be More Today has all things. My site, BeMoreToday.com, has all things you need for our More merch store, which is out there right now with all the merch you need for fitness gear and otherwise, from gaiters and visors to jackets and t-shirts as well. My Be More Today book, A 40 Guide to a Better Version of You, is on my site and also on Amazon. And my second book is finally here, folks. Project More is alive and well, doing very well. We had our book launch recently, and the book is going well. We'll talk more about that today for sure. And as always, our Steps to Greatness Challenge continues for every single quarter. Now we are here in February. The challenge is ending, and I finally won this challenge. I've been doing this challenge for a long time now. I've never won my own challenge. But this year, folks, I said I wanted to be more for myself, and I finally won my own challenge. Now, will I win another one? Who knows? But I'm grateful that I won this one, and I'm excited for the one that will start again in April 1st. Registration actually opens up in March, but the challenge for the next one for the spring starts April 1st. So check out BeMoreToday.com for those information as well. And of course, email me at info@BeMoreToday.com for all other inquiries. As you already know, we're on Facebook and Instagram, BeMoreToday.show, BeMoreToday.pt, and your boy here at Dr. Sean Thomas. Our show has grown so much, now heard in over 90 countries, over 70,000 downloads. Again, thanks to your love and support. on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and even on YouTube. The show continues to grow, and it's thanks to you for putting Be More Today on the map. Also, shout out to our sponsors as always, Spy Belt. If you're looking for the best belt for you to wear for anything from running and working out to just traveling, Spy Belt is the belt for you. Go out there and check out their merch. As always, Kim and her team do a great product. I wear Spy Belt gear everywhere I go, whether I'm running or traveling. Spy Belt is the belt that goes where I go, and we appreciate them. And of course, Jag Physical Therapy, the best PT in the Northeast, if not in the country, with over 156 locations in the tri-state area, continuing to help others to get back to the life that they love. So go out there and check out jagpt.com for any PT, OT, or AT services you need. We are the best in the business. Folks, the theme for this year is being more alive in 2025. What's that even mean? Be more alive. Well, I said to myself, we've been more, right? We've been more in many things. And last year we were more in 24 in many ways. And we did that. It was great. But as you've seen from what's happening around the world, as you've seen what's happening, maybe in your own little circles, we're alive. But just having life isn't it, right? You can be alive and still be depressed. You can be alive and still be angry. Be alive and still be not moving, sedentary. You can be alive and still be sick, and you can be alive and still be in your bed, not being able to move. So we're trying to make sure that we're not just going to be alive, but we're going to be more alive this year. We're going to put more effort into doing what we want to do. We're going to put more effort into living and appreciating the gifts that we still have to breathe and live on this earth. There are so many people that do not have the opportunity to go out there and do what you do. Whether it's you going out there for a run, you going to your job, whether it's you just being out there and having the choice to choose fitness for a day, or the choice to choose to be more in whatever you want to do. That's a choice that you get the chance to do. Some people don't get that choice. They don't have that chance. And they're squandering life. They're squandering the minutes, the seconds, the hours we have on this planet. So I said to myself, let's be more alive. Alive. Bruce Springsteen always used to say, is there anybody alive out there? Is there anybody alive out there? I know we're here, but are we alive? Are we moving? Are we thriving? Are we doing these things? And I said to myself, I want to be more alive in 2025. I want to do everything to the fullest. I want to appreciate and celebrate life because I have it as we know it, as is right now. Who knows what's happening tomorrow? Who knows what's happening next week? No one knows. But I'm going to make sure that I cherish today for what it is, the day that God has given me to appreciate life on this planet. Every day is a gift. Let's treat that thing as a real gift, right? You don't treat gifts like, oh, thanks for this gift, and you put it to the side. No, you treat that gift like it's the best gift you ever got. You open it, you play with it, you do things with it, you appreciate that gift. And the gift of life is that thing. So I want to be more alive in 2025. And I started this year by doing just that. On January 1st, some of my friends and I, and shout out to Fayola Richardson for getting us to do the polar bear plunge, Coney Island. All white. Yep. Coney Island. We were out there with all the people. And this is not something that I would have done alone. It's not something that I ever wanted to do. I would laugh at the people who gone out there and done the polar plunge. For those who don't know, the polar plunge is a trip to Coney Island to go dip in the cold water on New Year's Day. And I've seen people do this for years. I said, oh, that's not going to be me. It's not what we do. It's not what we do, right? In the spirit of Black History Month, this is not what we do. But there were many people of various shades of browns out there who were also signing up for the polar plunge. And I got to say, my wife, my daughter said no, but my boy Ishmael and his wife and Fayola and Sarah, all our friends were out there. We went and did this thing, and we had not just going once, we went in twice, not just twice. We went in 3 times because we had to make sure we got in this thing, and it was refreshing. It was incredible. Shout out to Fayola for getting us to do that thing with Spartan Sunday Run Club. It was really invigorating, and it's something that I never would have done But again, I said, I want to be more alive in 2025. And let's just do things that we haven't done before. Let's just go out there and do things we haven't done before, because why not? Life is short. Tomorrow's not promised. We already know all these things. So that's why I kicked off this year, doing the polar bear plunge on New Year's Day. And of course, starting to Be More Today, Steps to Greatness Challenge, which I finally won. I never won this challenge. I'm glad I finally won this thing, because I keep putting out these challenges for everybody else, and I've been getting fourth and fifth. This was my year. And the Tokyo training did help, clearly. But what really helped was training for this thing right here, the Ted Corbett 50K. Now, on my show with Black Men Run earlier last year, I had Black Men Run on the show. We talked about a number of things that they were doing, and they mentioned the Ted Corbett 50K. And I mentioned to the captains that I was going to sign up for the Ted Corbett 50K. Now, I'm a man of my words. I do that. Whatever I say I'm going to do, I try to do to the best of my ability. And I signed up for that thing. And on the 26th of January, I went out with Black Men Run, and we ran the Ted Corbett 50K, 31 miles. Now, it was a training run for me. I wasn't going out there trying to kill myself. I knew I had to get miles in anyway for the week. So I said, let's just go out there and do it. And I took it slow, took it steady, and got the 31 miles in. And it was an experience for a number of reasons. One, the experience was captivating because it was cold. Training for and doing a marathon or even an ultra marathon in the warm weather is different, but in the cold weather, it is a totally, and in the dark, totally different thing. But I was inspired by so many people I saw on the road during the run, from the other run clubs I saw out there, and the camaraderie and the community was just vibrant. And for those who don't know, Ted Corbett was a physical therapist, just like me. He was the first African American to represent the U.S. in the Olympic marathon. He was the first president of New York Roadrunners. He's considered the grandfather of distance running in America by creating the marathon route and the distance that we use now across the world, 26.2 miles, all thanks to Ted Corbett. His birthday was January 31st. And during that week, they always run this Ted Corbett 50K, because he was a pioneer, and he was also a healer and a father. And it was really invigorating running this thing, looking at his history. And as we celebrate Black History Month, and shout out to all those who celebrate Black History Month still, we appreciate you. It's going to be here, whether people say we do or not. It's here. We celebrate that. And I continue to highlight the great things that we as a people of color have done, especially highlighting this guy, Ted Corbett, the first U.S. African-American U.S. citizen to represent us in the Olympic Games in 1952. He was the first American to win the U.S. National Marathon title in 54. He has done so many things. And I had the opportunity to meet his son, Gary Corbett, at the race. And the one thing Gary told me was that, look, Ted had a great career. My dad had a great career running, doing all sorts of things for community. But the one thing that was even more inspiring about him was his healing component. And the fact that he was able to heal so many people, including himself, right? This guy did so many marathons. I mean, it's insane how many times he ran the loop or the course around the perimeter of New York City as training runs. That 50K was a training run for him on a regular basis. So the fact that I was able to do that just gave me more motivation for Tokyo, right? Which is coming up very, very soon now, weeks. But also just gave me a spirit of encouragement as we talk about Black History Month and Black excellence and community, and how we as a people of color continue to fight the good fight, turn the other cheek, and do what God wants us to do and God has put in our hearts to do. So we celebrate Ted Corbett today. We celebrate Gary Corbett today, Black Men Run, all those who continue to highlight greatness that happens around the time of Black History Month and all the time. I was really impressed by that experience. And it not only got me in a mental game for Tokyo, but it's got me in a mental frame for Be More Today and how I want to run Be More Today and how I want to run my platform and other platforms, even my book. So I was inspired, and that's why I have my shirt on today, my Ted Corpus 50K sweatshirt. For those who see it on my YouTube page, I am inspired to be a part of the Ultra Marathon Club. Will I do it again? I may do it again. We'll see as a training run. But I do have Tokyo this year, which is coming up in March. Weeks now. And the Sydney Marathon, which I did get into, which I'm debating if I'm going to do or not. But I do have 2 marathons on the docket for this year. And as you know from our marathon journey, Boston is still on the docket. So we'll see how the rest of this year goes. If I do get into Boston, then that will be great. But if not, then folks, we will retire knowing that we did the best we could towards that 6-star journey. And whether it means the 7th 6-star with Australia counts as at least in my mind as my 6-star. We'll see how it goes. But again, all these things just trying to be more this year, doing Tokyo, doing Australia, doing the plunge. And of course, the big topic for today and what I want to really share with you right now is my new book, finally, Project More. Now, I wrote a book 5 years ago called Be More Today, a 40-day guide to a better version of you. And that book has done really, really well in the last 5 years. If you read the book, I appreciate you. If you skimmed the book, I appreciate you. If you read one chapter of the book, I appreciate you. But the book has done so well. I've shared it with various age groups over the years, and I've gotten so much great feedback from just the structure of it, helping people to get their ideas together, their starts, their stops, and their goals, and really taking their steps of greatness to be the best version of them in any way that that means possible for them, fitness wise, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, etc. Now, Project More is different. Be More Today basically is up, 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 right? You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. Project More is laying down the foundation for more growth and expanding what you already have, whatever level you're at, it's expanding that now to a greater purpose, a greater circumference, a greater diameter for you. And I wanted to make sure this book was going to be something that would challenge those who've gotten to a point where they've been good for a while and they're starting to plateau in their lives. They've gotten to a point where they are still doing things, but the motivation has squandered, right? Or it's diminished, and they're squandering their time now looking for trying to figure out what's going on, what they can do next, what's the next thing that they can do. And they might need more motivation. You might need more motivation to get through these things. Project More is that. Project More is that. So Project More is available right now on my website, BeMoreToday.com. It's also available on Amazon. You won't get signed copies on Amazon, but on my site, you will get signed copies. And I just want to read 4 things on the back of the book. It just gives like a little brief intro to what the book is about. The More stands for M, mindset shift. Break free from the lies holding you back. Face your fears and become empowered to take control of your health and life. The O is for outlasting obstacles. Life will challenge you, but this journey equips you to push through every hurdle. You'll develop the resilience to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. The R is for real transformation. It isn't just about physical change. No, no, no. As your body strengthens, so will your spirit. You'll find deeper rest, reduced stress, and a sense of well-being. And the E, exercising faith. Life is rooted in faith. Trust every step, knowing you are being something greater. Your faith will stretch, refine, and strengthen you. Before I talk about the book, I want to just tell you a little story about the book launch we had. We had a book launch on February 1st, kicking off Black History Month in style. For those of you who were there, I appreciate you. We gave out the book. We actually sold the book out. I bought a number of copies of the book. The book was sold out completely. I had no more copies of the new book. And we had a great time with family and friends and supporters of Be More Today. Our fitness group was there. Our Spartan Center Run crew was there. Our JAG sponsor was there and others. And as we're planning the launch, and shout out to my wife was instrumental in hoping this party to be an amazing event. From the layout of the space, we had it at my job, JAG Physical Therapy, the Georgetown office, and we wanted to be in a place that was going to be more community, right? We do so many things in spaces, and then when people leave, space is just empty. So we said, let's just transform the space into a space where we can have a party and celebrate that the newness of a book that's coming out. And we did that. And thanks to BDS, Brooklyn Independent Services, and all those who helped out, Lunice Williams and Ishmael Torres, and some of my aides at my job, Nandy and Sean and Patrick. You guys really came through. Shania came through hard and just helped me so much in making sure that this party was effortlessly done. Our DJ DeRay, and our beverage instructor Simone, and Princess Donna, Donna Princess Five, with the amazing food she came on. Dave Francis, our photographer, the best photographer in the business. We just had so many people came together to make this event possible, and it was great. The one challenge I had was that I planned this whole thing. We planned this whole thing, me and my wife. And again, shout out to her because she's my rock. We had this whole thing, and the books were supposed to be delivered on Friday, the Friday before the event. And Amazon, courtesy of Jeff Bezos, said, no, we're not going to give you the books on Friday. It said to be delivered by 10 p.m. on Friday. And 10 p.m. came and 10 p.m. left, and there were no books. So here we were with this whole event, food, music, setup, all these things, no book. And Saturday morning came, and it was, yes, the thing said it was going to be delivered by 10 p.m. again, the same day, Saturday. So I was like, what's going to be the backup plan? So I called my publisher, and again, shout out to my publisher. Shout out to my publishers. Self-publishing in 30 days. Darren and Stephanie, you guys hold me down. From our first book 5 years ago to this book today. And the process for this book, Stephanie, you already know, the process for this book was challenging. This was not as easy as the first book was. And no sequel is ever as easy as the first one is. It's more challenging to step up and be better than you were the first time. And I experienced that. I experienced that full throttle with this second book. This was not an easy book for me to write, between work and marathon training and life and whatever else, just motivation for me to get it done. It was hard to write this second book. My wife was helpful. Stephanie was helpful. And others who were helpful in the process as well. But we got that thing done. And I learned so much. But the one thing I want to say I learned the most about this whole process is you got to have faith. You got to have faith. And faith really is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We did not see a book. There was no book in hand. I, the writer, the author of this book, had not seen the book until the day of the book launch. Amazon came. The party was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Amazon showed up at my job around 3:30. 3:15, Amazon walks in, and I saw the Amazon colors. I saw the Amazon truck pull up, and I said, yeah, man, because there's a book now in the house. And the driver's name was Justice. How fitting. This guy's name was Justice. Justice shows up with books in hand. And I said, thank you, Justice. And he was like, why are y'all so happy to see me? And I said, Justice, you have no idea. I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy to see these books. And my wife and I embraced and celebrated. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little emo the 48 hours before, because I was like, well, what's gonna be the thing if we don't have books and people are coming, and the expectation? I've been talking about this for months and months and months. And my wife she was faithful. She was calm. She was cool. And I was calm, but I was a little fearful. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I was like, to do all this work, and for it to not go well, that would be the worst thing in the world. But in speaking to my publisher, speaking to my wife that night before, we had backup plans, right? We had backup plans in case the books didn't come. We had backup plans. My daughter was so helpful in doing these little journals for us to hand out, and we had backup plans galore. These are all first world problems, right? There are real problems happening in the world with real people going through real issues, not about books being delivered, but housing and safety and immigration and all these different things that are real problems, real problems. So I looked at it from that perspective and said, yeah, we'll pivot, we'll shift, we'll have a great party, we'll have a great whatever, and we'll celebrate regardless. And I think once I calmed down in that regard, God was like, all right, cool. You're good. You trust me. Here are the books. Go have a good time. And the books came and more packages came, and we gave all out the books. And it was an amazing night. So I just want to encourage you, if you are in a place where you feel like your faith is lacking, that you're looking for miracles that's so happening, that you're looking for more faith because you don't see what's happening in front of you. God is still in that thing. He still shows you what's going on. He still is in the miracle working business. I witnessed a miracle myself last week when those books arrived and we were able to hand those books out. Ah, I was so happy. We rejoiced, we rejoiced, we rejoiced. And I love it. I love the finished project here. I love this book so much. So let's talk about the book real quick and I'm gonna let you guys go. This book is my second book, but it's more things in here. On my YouTube page, Be More Today on YouTube, you will find a section called Project More Workouts. This book is divided into, again, 40 days. So one chapter per day. And it's in 10 different sections. And the sections are called units. Those units are basically the Trans-Numerical Model of Change, which is our change model we use for a number of things for the first book. Again, it's a model of change for decreasing an activity or reducing a bad habit, right? Or even starting a good habit. It's stages of change to get rid of bad things and do better things. Again, I use it for my research in grad school at SUNY Downstate with my group. We won the best research project for it. And I figured I would use that for fitness as well. And it's been a great, great, great resource for me to look at how I can, even in my own thoughts and mind, use that same concept to get better in terms of doing things. So again, you have your starts, your stops, and your goals, or I call it my S2Gs. And you write down your start, stops, and goals, and you figure out where in these phases you are. Pre-contemplation, you're kind of thinking about it, but you're not really sure. Contemplation, you're actually thinking about it for real now, putting some thought into that thing, right? Preparation, you're actually preparing for that thing to get done. You're putting in the work, you're getting your gym shoes out, you're buying shoes, whatever it is, you're getting ready, you're buying the membership or thinking about buying the membership, right? You're preparing for that thing. Action, you're actually doing that thing. You're in it. You're putting the work in. You're seeing the results or trying to see results. You're putting the work in. Maintenance, you're now fully ingrained in that thing. It's a part of who you are. There's no more need for cues or motivation. That's just who you are now. You're doing that thing. And then termination, you're done with that thing now. That thing is over with. It's a part of who you are now. No need to kind of look at it or even re-enhance it or reinforce it. It's who you are now. It's going to the next thing and start all over from the beginning. And that's been really the process for so many things. But I said for myself, well, how can we take that process to the next level? And this book goes through a number of different units to take that thing to the next level. Some of these things are consciousness raising, dramatic relief, self reevaluation, environmental reevaluation, social liberation, self liberation, helping relationships, counter conditioning, reinforcement management, and stimulus control. Again, these are all part of the research that was done on the Trans-Numerical Model of Change. And I just have continued to show you the other research components of that same change model. So again, the first book went up, 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 looking at different levels. This book spreads out. And the workouts for every single unit of this book are simple. It's basically 10 things, and it's every minute on the minute, or EMON. So you're doing basically 10 things for about a minute each. You're doing that for 4 rounds for about 40 minutes. Research shows that about 40 minutes of exercise is imperative for you to be able to live a healthier life, right? Decreasing your risk of diabetes, and decreasing your risk of heart issues, decreasing your cholesterol, improving your activity levels, improving your energy, etc., etc., etc. The book also has different units where you're going through and you're going to be writing down how much sleep you get, writing down how much social media time you're spending on your phone, on your computer, writing down how much water you're drinking every day, and just checking in with you how you're doing, how many steps you logging in every single day, how many miles are you running, if you are running any miles at all. And if you don't need that structure for the exercises, what are you doing exercise-wise at all? Are you stretching? Are you doing yoga? Are you doing Shaun T, P90X? What are you doing? Writing those things down as well. It's just giving you a structure to make sure you're staying always on the move and you're being more today, because you truly are the best project you will ever work on. And that's why I wrote the book, because you really are the best project. You can work on a whole bunch of things, but there's no computer better than you. There's no AI better than you. You're the best project you will ever work on. So this year, we really try to put some work into us. And the best project you will ever work on is you, said by Sonny Franco. Now, unit one, just so you know, just so you can get a glimpse of what's going on, consciousness raising or increasing awareness about healthy behavior. You will be looking at your healthy behavior and being more aware of it, trying to figure out what it is, how you can be more for yourself, and how you can make healthier choices a regular part of your lives. And then it goes into our chapters. And every chapter is, again, one chapter, but every chapter is just a part of 4 units. And those 4 units have workouts. You're doing the same workout for 4 days. And I have videos of those workouts on my Be More Today YouTube page. So you can scan the QR codes. I have QR codes in here. As you can see from the book, you'll scan the QR code. That will take you to my Be More Today page. And you can go on there. And if you don't know what a workout is or what an exercise is, I've labeled and put videos for every single exercise that I have in the book on the YouTube page. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory, like push-ups and squats and sit-ups. Some of them are just stretches. But there are things that if you have any questions, you can go on the site and you can look at the video, get a glimpse of what's going on, and get that thing done. The goal, again, is about 40 minutes of physical activity every day for 40 days. That can be walking for 40 minutes. That can be the exercise in here for 40 minutes. It can be whatever you want to do for 40 minutes. But you have to get 40 minutes of something in to make sure you're staying always on the move and you're being more today. And that's my book. I'm really excited about it. Again, there are 10 sections in here. So there are 100 exercises in here you can do. And I'll have all 100 exercises on my Be More Today page for you to go over. But the real goal is to get from chapter 1, chapter 40, to get through this and to finish Project More. And if you do finish Project More, we do have an opportunity for you to purchase a Project More shirt and a Project More finisher shirt with the word finisher on the back and the word Project More on the front. So I'm looking forward to giving those shirts out. I've already put in an order for some of them because people are super excited to be a part of Project More, and I'm super excited to be able to write my second book. Shout out to all the authors who are out there, especially the Black authors whose books continue to be not highlighted, or for those who have continued to take their books off of platforms that aren't supportive and put them on platforms that are more inclusive. I salute all of you as well. And I'm just happy to be a part of Black history myself. I'm happy to be an author who's written a second book, a Black author. And I'm just happy to be here at Black History Month, sharing with you the experiences of so many, from Ted Corbett to all the others who've been trailblazers in this life that we live. The Be More Today show continues to be that platform that we're going to use this year for being more alive in 25. And I just hope that you're inspired this year to be a little better, to remember that you are the best project that you're ever going to work on, and to go out there and make this the year where you really are more alive in 25. I've showcased to you some things that I've done so far, and there's more to come. But I will continue to bring on great guests this season. I will continue to showcase with you some things that I'm doing in my regular life as well. And we'll have a great time for season 6. So I appreciate every single one of you. By all means, go on my site, bemoretoday.com, and get my first book if you don't have it, my second book, Project More, if you don't have it as well. And I will send you a signed copy in the mail. Again, our Steps Will Get Challenge for the spring season opens up March 1st. So you can go on there and check that out as well. Happy Black History Month to each and every one of you. Let's continue to be more for each other and continue to be more alive in 25. Remember, you are the best project you will ever work on. Let's make this year where you do hard things. You can do hard things. I can do hard things. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So I appreciate all of you, and I will see you next week as we continue the Be More Today show, season 6. Let's have a great season together, folks. I love you guys so much. Until next time, peace.